Donald Trump has not yet launched his 2024 presidential election, but he is already attempting to take down his most likely foe, Ron DeSantis. And he's using a unique weapon to do that. That weapon is called Marco Rubio. He is wielding Marco Rubio as a weapon in regards to this rally that he's going to be doing in the near future. Donald Trump announced that on November 6th, so just 2 days before the midterm elections, he's gonna be heading to Miami, which I looked it up, is in Florida, and he's gonna be doing this big rally. Donald Trump, Senator Marco Rubio, who's in a relatively tight Senate race. And you know who won't be joining them? The popular Republican governor of Florida, who's also in a race right now. Ron DeSantis not invited to that rally in his own state 2 days before the midterms. They talk about it's gonna be a get out the vote rally. Well, for certain people, I guess, in support of special guest Senator Marco Rubio. Talks about how Donald Trump, his endorsement record is currently undefeated, 19-0, which I don't care enough to look that up. I don't think that it's true, but it's interesting that he's not getting behind DeSantis there. That is not lost, by the way, on DeSantis and his camp. Apparently, some people in DeSantis' orbit complained that the Florida governor's team was not informed of the rally prior to Trump announcing it, saying, you've got the Sunday before election day totally hijacked by Trump, parachuting in on Trump Force One, taking up the whole day. No Republican could go to a DeSantis event that day, none. And DeSantis won't be here, this is big. Another called it an elbow to Ron's throat and blamed Trump advisors. Yeah, I bet that's what it is. I bet Donald Trump would never do anything petty to hurt Ron DeSantis. It's all on his advisors. It's a scheduling oopsie doopsie, I think, actually. Yasmin, what do you think?
Just a little upsy daisy, whoopsie daisy. This has to be so annoying for DeSantis right now. He's got midterm elections coming up. He's got things he needs to be doing. He's supposed to be campaigning for himself and for his senator. And instead of focusing his attentions where he actually needs to be focusing them right now, he's got to deal with Donald Trump, a literal child, a toddler who's acting just like a child. And at this point, he's just more of a nuisance than anything. What I think is that overall, I don't think DeSantis is that worried about Trump. I think a lot of the GOP is trying to get away from Trump. Overall, I'm not talking about this particular event, right? But I think they're trying to get away from Trump, and they're not gonna do it completely until they have someone to replace him with. And DeSantis knows that he's the guy that they're looking at. And DeSantis already stole Tom Brady from Donald Trump, so he's not too happy about that.
Oh, who would be? Yeah, this is hilarious. I mean, it is 2 days before the election, and they make a great point. Like, you're not gonna get high profile people to come to your thing. They're definitely gonna go to the bozo rally over with Donald Trump. Now look, could this end up helping out Ron DeSantis a little bit anyway by accident? Maybe. I mean, if he does inspire Republicans to vote who weren't going to, presumably they will also vote for Ron DeSantis, even if it's not the point of the rally. So that could help Ron DeSantis. I don't know who is attending a Donald Trump rally 2 days before the election who wasn't planning to vote. So I don't know exactly who this is really targeted at anyway. But the one other, it would be an interesting move for Donald Trump to go beyond just snubbing DeSantis in his own state. I don't think that he has the intestinal fortitude, but think about how much it would benefit Trump if he could engineer a Ron DeSantis loss. Because Ron DeSantis wants that position as governor so that he can deliver red meat for the base for the next year and a half leading up to the primaries. He can push every gay student back into the closet. He can ship migrants to the middle of the ocean. I don't know what his plans are, but crazy stuff. And he needs to be the governor to be able to do that stuff. It would be really beneficial to Donald Trump if he were to lose. Donald Trump could pull like a Game of Thrones style twist and like endorse his opponent and campaign against him. I don't think that he would ever do that. I think that he's too scared about the fight against Ron DeSantis, but I would love to see it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a question of how much of a threat is Donald Trump unto himself, and how much of the GOP is pulling his strings kind of behind the scenes, right? So how much would the establishment GOP members, like the Mitch McConnells and those kind of guys, how much would they actually be able to stop Trump from doing something like that, from self-sabotaging the party? Because Donald Trump may or may not be a part of the party for very long going forward. We'll have to see. He's under a lot of indictments right now. So
I know. I don't have any faith in that. But yes, there are many of them. I will grant you that.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.